Dolphins Today is sponsored by Kanzuri. If you go to kanzuri.com/chat and use promo code chat, you can get their height-boosting shoes for an extra 15% off. We'll tell you more about those awesome shoes later on in today's show. Dolphins fans, I am Will Scott. You are watching Dolphins Today. The NFL Draft was last week. The Dolphins had a league low for draft picks, but we're still going to break down some winners and losers from the Dolphins side of things when you're talking about the 2023 NFL Draft. Who do you think the biggest winner was, Dolphins-wise, from the NFL Draft? Let me know down in the comments section. Let's begin with the winners here. Number one is Liam Eichenberg. I expected the Dolphins to draft a guard. They did not. We talked a lot about Steve Avila. We talked a lot about Cody Mauch. And the Dolphins did not go guard in the second round. They didn't go guard in the third round, sixth, or seventh. So Liam Eichenberg, it's his job to lose right now. And you're talking about the left guard position. I expect him to be the starting left guard week one. No, a lot of y'all are not going to be happy about that. But he has very little competition right now. I like Robert Jones better, but management said several times that Ike's going to be the guy unless something crazy happens. So Liam is certainly a winner because they did not draft a guard. Austin Jackson is also a winner here because the Dolphins waited until the seventh round to take a tackle. If they would have taken, let's say DeJuan Jones or somebody, second or third round, Austin Jackson would have lost his job on draft weekend. Instead, he is still the starting right tackle. Now, you did draft Ryan Hayes in the seventh round. I think he'll be a backup swing tackle for you in year one. Maybe he'll take AJ's spot by the end of the year. But at least at the beginning of the season, Austin Jackson is going to be the starting right tackle. I think a lot of us were hoping that the Dolphins would address offensive tackle a little bit earlier. Yeah, I like the Hayes pick in round 7. But because they waited until the seventh round, I expect AJ to be the starter week one. So he is a winner from the NFL Draft. So is Durham Smythe. Kind of the same thing. They waited late to draft the tight end. I was shocked that they did not draft a tight end second or third round. They did go with Higgins in the sixth round, but he was a wide receiver in college. He is going to be transitioning to tight end. He's not going to challenge Durham for that first tight end spot anytime soon. In fact, it might be an uphill battle for Higgins to make the roster, depending on how it shakes out in camp. But Durham Smythe, because the Dolphins did not draft a tight end in the second or third round, and I think that shocked us. It didn't shock me, honestly, that they didn't draft an offensive lineman just based on their history, but I was really surprised they did not draft a tight end on day 2 of the NFL Draft. Before we get into more about the tight ends, want to shout out today's show sponsor, Kanzuri. Fellas, are you tired of feeling insecure about your height? Kanzuri makes shoes that can add up to 2.8 inches to your height discreetly. Women get heels, makeup, push-up bras. Why can't men get a confidence boost as well? We're all the same height lying down anyway, if you know what I mean. Kanzuri shoes are not only height-boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not grandpa's Velcro shoes, but fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. The height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. For a limited time, Kanzuri is offering our viewers an exclusive discount of 15% off on top of their up to 30% site-wide discount. Use code CHAT at kanzuri.com/chat to get your 45% off. Don't wait any longer. Upgrade your shoe game today by going to kanzuri.com/chat. That's CONZURI.com/chat. When I want to get high, I put on a pair of Kanzuris. The link is in the comments and the description of this video. Going back to Durham Smythe, I think they want to give him a shot to be the number 1 tight end, and there's a few reasons why I believe this. Number 1, they extended him. They obviously believe in him. Number 2, they did not draft a true tight end. They waited until the 6th round to address that position, and they took a guy that was a wide receiver in college. I think they want to see how Smythe does as the first option at tight end this year. Maybe they'll address it in the draft next year if they feel like they need to. What is your confidence level in Durham Smythe? He was drafted the same year as Mike Gesicki, so he has not had an opportunity to be the guy at tight end until now. Scale it 1 to 10 down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Durham Smythe. Number 4 is Mike McDaniel, because Mike McDaniel had a lot to do with the De'Von Achane selection. You see the video after they sent in the card? He was fired up. He got his guy. I think Mike McDaniel had a lot to do with that Achane selection. I think that was a McDaniel pick, and he is fixing to cook with Achane and all of the running backs on this roster. I think he's excited to run the ball more this year, as we've discussed on previous shows. They did not really do that last season. I think they were like 31st in the NFL in attempts per game. So they're going to want to run the ball more, and Mike McDaniel loves those track stars. De'Von Achane was a track phenom in the SEC at Texas A&M. Be sure to subscribe if you want more daily Miami Dolphins content. We bring you Dolphins news. We bring you Dolphins rumors each and every single day. Staying in the loop is so important. You do that by subscribing to our channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Noah Igbinoghene is the biggest loser from this draft because he is not going to make this football team. I'm going to repeat this. There is no shot that Igbo's on this team next year. His fifth-year option was declined earlier this week, and I just don't see a world where the Dolphins keep him. They're going to carry 5 to 6 corners. I mean, you got Ramsey, X, Cater. Those are going to be probably your starting corners this year. Cam Smith will probably play slot corner a lot, your second-round pick. Then you have Crossan, Needham, and Trill. There's just no room for Igbinoghene. And drafting Cam Smith signals to me that Igbo is done. We'll see if he gets cut sooner rather than later. I don't know. A former first-round pick. It's going to be somewhat of a dead cap hit. But there is no shot that Noah Igbinoghene is on this team moving forward. There's too much depth at this position. I already didn't think he was going to make this team. Then they drafted Cam Smith. Now I definitely do not think Noah Igbinoghene is going to make this football team. Number 2 is the running backs, the current running backs. Because Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson, both thinking that they're going to be the guys next year. Now you draft De'Von Achane, and I believe that De'Von Achane is going to be RB1 by the end of the season. He is exceptional. He is fast. He fits what Mike McDaniel is looking to do. I don't think he's going to lead the team in carries week 1. I think he leads the team in carries, though, by the end of the season. I think he leads the team in rushing yards. So for Raheem and Jeff, they might not get as many carries now. And for Ahmed and Gaskin, they're all of a sudden in danger of maybe getting cut. So we'll see what happens there. But drafting De'Von Achane, not ideal for some of the other running backs on this roster for a multitude of reasons. Number 3 is Tua Tagovailoa. Will, why is Tua a loser? Because the team did not seriously address the offensive line in this draft. They should have taken an offensive lineman earlier. Yeah, I like the Ryan Hayes selection, but you waited until the 7th round for that, and there's still massive holes at left guard and right tackle. It is beyond me that the Dolphins did not draft an offensive lineman earlier in this draft. So Tua, I'm worried about him. Guys, I really am. You did not sign any offensive lineman outside of Dan Feeney in free agency, who's going to be a backup guard for you, probably at best. So I am worried still about the holes at left guard and right tackle. I was hoping the draft would fill some of those holes. I am disappointed. Number 4 is Dalvin Cook. Will, why is a Vikings player a loser here from the Dolphins draft? Well, as you know from watching my show, I believe that the selection of De'Von Achane signals that they are not going to pursue Dalvin Cook, which makes Dalvin Cook a loser because he wants to be a Dolphin. But Dalvin Cook is probably not going to be a Dolphin. Now, we've heard the reports. They might still go after him. I find that hard to believe, and I know some people might disagree with me, but I do not believe Dalvin Cook is going to be a Dolphin. I think he desperately wants to come home to Miami. You might have to wait another year because I just don't see that happening this year after the selection of De'Von Achane. Who's the biggest loser from the NFL draft? Let me know down in the comments section. Is it Igbo? Is it Cook? Is it somebody else? Let me know down in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. We bring you daily Miami Dolphins coverage.